Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Coin Graph Market channel. Hey everyone, this is Rich. I'm making another video about the Great Reset today. I hope everyone is having a great day today, no matter where they are in the world. We're going to talk about the big cleanup. This is the next part of the video I made earlier, in which I talked about how important blockchain is to the Great Reset and how I think XRP can save us from what's coming. The World Economic Forum says that we will not be able to eat meat or dairy, own cars, buy more than 3 pieces of clothing a year, or take more than one plane trip every 3 years. People, this is a direct threat, and you can see what they plan to do. All of this is part of the 2030 plan and the net zero goal. As you may know, the biggest slide they are telling right now is about climate change. The world is going to be more dangerous. Close to 2022. Remember how I told you back then that cities were changing and there was more crime and violence? Well, that's still true today in 2024, and it's all part of their plan. If these people want you to become a global citizen, you don't want to. You see Gates, Soros, and Schwab there. This is being done now, though. They plan for everything, even the open borders. The open border invasion was planned and organized by the World Economic Forum and the UN to make America less stable. This is a war crime. Plus, people always ask, if it's the World Economic Forum's plan, why is the US going along with it? The people who live in the White House also want the Great Reset to happen. The World Economic Forum is in charge of all of them. And they're going to use the safety of children to make everyone get a digital ID. Why I said all, people told me that wasn't how they were going to do it when I said it before. Next time you want to cash out crypto, I think they'll make you get a digital ID. That could be part of their plan too, but they will start with making sure the kids are safe first. The children of our children will be born with identity chips in them. Not going to know anything about books on paper, newspaper money to pay, not for CBDC, not going to be able to drive, all vegans, bugs, and fake meat. Linked to the internet. Could you stop? That's the future, and we're already moving toward it. And look at how many CBDCs are popping up around the world. When I told people about this in 2020 or 2021, they told me I was crazy. It will never happen. In just 4 years, we've come a long way. I think it's really shocking how quickly they moved everything along. Be careful. Digital ID has to be used by 2025. It's the first step towards CBDC surveillance slave coin. And don't accept any part of digital ID. Biometric and facial recognition scanners will soon be used instead of ID cards to check your age at bars and supermarkets. It's to keep you safe. A lot of people always say that digital ID is the last chance to break the rules before you are locked up in a digital prison. They also won't just hand you a chip and say, hey, we're going to put a chip in you. No, they will slowly get you used to that. They won't just say, hey, you're getting the chip and that's it. They'll make you want the chip, and as long as they get the basic income for everyone, people will line up for it. I keep saying that because every day I see people all over X saying, it's time for universal basic income, but they don't know what that means. As a side effect of the pandemic, the idea of the 15-minute city is becoming popular in the US. And this is an idea for a city where all basic needs can be met in 15 minutes by walking or riding a bike. I remember that when I wrote about this in 2022, some people in the comments said that the United States would never have 15-minute cities. Before COVID even happened, they were already building 15-minute cities. Now it's going slowly. Not a single person saw it happen. You need to take a look at how your town or city is owning things. What's that? Russia is also building 15-minute cities. Having sister slavery camps in cities that look like 15-minute cities seems to be in line with the advice of the World Economic Forum. This came out on February 1 this year. In the Volvera area of Russia, a brand new city called Dobrograd is being built, massively into office, being built around the idea of a 15-minute city, which means that everything a person needs to live is within 15 minutes walk. From what I can tell from the website, this has been under construction for a year now. I already said that they're building it, but no one knows about it. And soon you won't be able to leave your town or city. The goal of smart this and smart that is to link all of them to the Internet of Things. The end goal is smart cities that use AI and tech infrastructure to keep people in their 15-minute cities. Also, you should check to see if those 5G antennas are being put on telephone poles in your city. That will work with the Internet of Things. This is something I talked about a lot in a lot of my videos. I was also moving in this direction now. I always thought it was because they cared a lot about it. And it's the real time that we can see it happen on other blockchains and networks. And all of a sudden, everything is also moving toward AI. I think a lot of things will go really well with crypto in 2024. I think it's going to be bots, i.e. the Internet of Things, and Web3. because they've been pushing this for a while now. They're going to boom all year long. This is the Agenda 2030 I talk about all the time. This is the fourth industrial revolution, the Great Reset, or one world government. People now mean both the Great Reset and the fourth industrial revolution when they say digital age. But it's more than that. Tracking of carbon footprints, a social credit system, basic income for everyone, and digital currency that can be programmed by the central bank. You can see that a lot of this has already been done. It's becoming popular all over the world. We're moving very quickly through it. Also, cyber attacks are going to happen at some point. Remember how anyone who put money into when the system goes down, the ERRP said that you'll need a digital id to get into the new system when it comes back online. And this means that you won't have internet or electricity while you're sitting there. And the new financial system will start to take off. At the rate they're going now, I think that will happen a long time before 2030. I think it will happen between 2025 and 2027. It's their plan for banks to fail so that the regional banks fail. IBs, this is what will happen before the system falls apart. The move to at ECBDC, it will make JP Morgan, Bank of America, and other banks into mega banks. Watch this video to see what a controlled collapse looks like. At the start, New York Community Bank Corp falls 44. And nobody has really talked about that. And that's part of the plan, though. That's what the Great Reset is all about. Break up the banks. After that, only a few banks will be connected to CBDs. You'll love bank bail-ins if you thought bank bailouts were a waste of time. That's where the bank takes your money to pay their bills. And yes, it is a thing. You have been told. Look it up on Google. I challenge you. If you Google it, you can see that even the FDIC has written everything there is to write about bail-ins. I know those bail-ins are on the way. That's why I always tell people in my videos to stay away from banks with their money. And you'll go to the ABBN one day. The ATM is going to be down. You are going to the bank. And the doors are going to be shut. A bail-in is going to happen to you. But why do they need to do this? It's not only CBDS. It's also about getting rid of the middle class. Are you in the middle class? If so, you are in the way of global communism and the fourth industrial revolution. And the middle class is being wiped out one by one. This is what Klaus Schwab, the Marxist leader of the World Economic Forum, tells you. He's sitting here with Joe Biden. Check it out. In addition to what we talked about at dinner 2 days ago, and there is one big problem with the fourth industrial revolution. That's the middle class is what's stopping it. Pay attention. The middle class is stopping it. They talked about this as well. And you in 2016. And that's exactly what's happening now. Watch out for inflation. A lot of people have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet.